Okay, we know that there is a 13-day difference between the Gregorian calendar that we've all been trained to go off of and the Julian calendar that we are now looking into. There's 13 days in between. So that means when the Julian calendar hits September 24th, the Gregorian calendar that we've all been trained to use hits October 7th, which is when the super full moon is at its peak. Full moon chaos equals 924 in English Gematria. Now look at that word chaos. Yes, the Hebrew letter mem, pronounced M, does carry meanings of water and chaos. Full moon chaos. With its ancient pictograph depicting waves of water. Folks, I think this is it. I really, really, really think this is it. So what does the mem have to do with all this? Well, the mem in Hebrew is the 13th letter in the alphabet. 13. Well, what is the day difference between the Julian and the Gregorian calendar connecting the full moon? 13 days. 13. You get this? I've shown you guys this in the previous video, but this, I can't let it go. I literally hit number gold. 13 and Rapture. Exact same value. 99. Both in the same gematria, simple gematria. 13-day difference between the calendars. 13 equals exactly what Rapture equals. 99. Same type of gematria. 13 days equals 888 in English gematria, just like Rapture Escape, Rapture Year, Project Bluebeam, and Donald J. Trump. All in the same type of gematria, English, all equal 888, the number for new beginnings, ascension. 8 people got on the ark. The man-child is circumcised on the 8th day. I literally couldn't believe it when I saw that 13 days right now equals 888 in English, because I know that number. And remember, the super full moon is a harvest super full moon. Harvest to perfect. Proverbs chapter 7, verses 19 and 20. For my husband is not at home. He has gone on a long journey. He took a bag of money with him. At full moon, he will come home. But we gotta remember Homer's Simpson. Do you guys remember what happened? He predicted a rapture date. Then everybody believed him. It didn't come. And then he figured out he miscalculated it. And then he tried to convince everybody, but they didn't believe him. And he ended up in heaven right there that night. Here's the episode summary. Homer and his children watch a film about the rapture in the mall, which terrifies Homer and convinces him the end of the world is near. Homer starts researching the rapture and predicts that it will happen on May 18th at 3:15 p.m. His prediction comes true when a blimp accident occurs at a local event. The people of Springfield become convinced and follow Homer to Springfield Mesa to await the end times. The world does not end, and the people realize Homer's prediction was wrong. Homer discards his books and throws away his future predicting materials. Homer then discovers he miscalculated the date, and the actual time of the apocalypse is late that night. Sound familiar? From the Gregorian to the Julian calendar? He tries to warn his family and the town, but they refuse to believe him. Homer goes to the Springfield Mesa alone, and when the new appointed time passes, he finds himself naked and floating in space, having been chosen for heaven. Homer discovers his family is suffering in the apocalypse on Earth and convinces God to reverse the end times, which is shown as a favor for his actions. You know, everybody knows they be putting stuff in all the things on TV, telling us, warning us. Now, what triggered my mind into remembering that was the movie October Sky. Get it? October Sky. The main character's name was Homer. Homer. And it was called October Sky. And, you know, it was about he wanted to launch his homemade rocket. And he eventually launched it in October. And it talks about Werner von Braun. But then when I remembered this, I remembered Homer Simpson and what happened in The Simpsons. Because his name's Homer and it's called October Sky. In Gregorian, it's going to be in October. But in the Julian, it's September. Which these 2 months, September and October, are the highest months of all the year for weddings. The words Homer Simpson predicts the apocalypse in simple gematria equals 404. That's amazing because the book about the apocalypse, Revelation, has exactly 404 verses. As I showed before, this is the Mem in Paleo Hebrew, which is the ancient Hebrew, and it's waves, it's water. Julian Calendar, Feast of Trumpets, and United Nations Alien Conspiracy, both equal 329, which is 923 in reverse, in simple gematria. And if we're going by the Julian Calendar, we are coming up to 923 and 924, which is a super full moon. Yes, the Julian calendar was in use when Jesus was alive. Julius Caesar introduced the Julian calendar in 45 BC. 45 BC, guys. 45 is the square root of 2025. Do you see things as just coincidence? Or could it be, through the foreknowledge of God, that the exact year that the Julian calendar was released was to point to the year 2025. But not only the year 2025, because the 45th wedding anniversary stone, get it? Wedding anniversary stone. The 45th one is sapphire, as I've shared before. Now, the month for sapphire as the birthstone is September. Psalm 45, about the royal wedding between Jesus and the church. Enoch equals 45. Elijah equals 45. Both raptured. Daniel equals 45. About the Antichrist and Jacob's trouble. Folks, the number 45 is pointing to much more than just 2025. It's pointing to a rapture, the beginning of Jacob's trouble, and a wedding, and a month for that wedding. And remember, God's throne is made of sapphire. And where are the saints seen? In Revelation 4 and 5, at God's throne, the sapphire throne.
Julian Calendar time, we're not giving up. Julian Calendar, yup. Millions rising, millions saved, the grave defeated, the lost reclaimed. Heaven's thunder, angels sing, the nations dance for the coming king. No rapture seen, but joy untamed. Julian Calendar time to shine. Julian Calendar, okay, fine. Prisons open, prodigals return, the broken sing what grace is done. Tears to laughter, shame undone. The party starts when each lane has won. No rapture yet, but thousands were saved. No rapture yet, but thousands were saved. No rapture yet, but millions were saved.